Welcome to the Crafty Bee channel. If you are new here, you are welcome. Please consider subscribing to my channel to be part of this amazing family, and also don't forget to on your bell icon to be notified anytime and whenever I upload a new video. I would like to thank all my returning subscribers for always coming back to watch my videos and also sharing my videos. We are now 4,000 subscribers, and I know it will not end there. We'll continue to climb up till we reach where we're supposed to reach. I thank you all for your support, your love, your comments, everything. May God bless you all. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draft an off-shoulder princess Bustier Basque Waistline. So without wasting much of your time, let's get on with the video. So to start with, you can see on top of my pattern paper I drew a line, which is our starting line, and it's our baseline for all our vertical measurements. The next thing to do is to take the vertical measurements, and the measurements we'll be needing are the bust circumference 43 inches, the waist circumference is 39 inches, and around the under bust circumference is 38 inches. And we are going to be dividing all these measurements by 4. And also from the shoulder to the bust point is 11 inches. From the shoulder to the under bust is 15.5 inches. And the shoulder to the waistline is 18 inches. And I'll be adding 4 to 5 inches for the back waistline. So let's get started. So to start with, I'll be taking off 4 inches for the off shoulder. You can take 5 inches, 6 inches, depending on how low and how high you want your off shoulder to be. And this paper, I folded it in half. And this is my front pattern. This is the center front. So I minus 4 inches from the up the shoulder. So the bust points I'm working with is 11 inches. And the under bust is 15.5 inches. And the half length is 18 inches. Plus 5 inches for the back waistline, so it's 23 inches. So this is the 5 inches for the back waistline. So I'll be marking all these measurements across so that I can get a straight line. I'll be labeling the lines. This is the neckline, bust point, under bust, waistline, and then the basque line. So we'll now impute our bust span. That's nipple to nipple measurements. And my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches. 8 inches divided by 2 is 4 inches. And on the bust line, I'll be marking 4 inch plus half an inch, which is 4.5 inches. On the bust point, I mark 4.5 inches for the bust span. And coming to the under bust, you minus half an inch from the 4.5 inches. So under the bust, I mark 4 inches. And on the waistline, all the way down, you mark 4 inches. And on the neckline, because on the bust point here, you mark 4.5 inches. On the neckline, you mark 5 inches. You add half an inch. Why we took 4.5 inches here and mark 5 an inch here, for you to get that princess line. So you'll be connecting from this point on the neckline, you'll be connecting the point to the bust point, to the under bust, to the waist, and to the down line. You see, we got that nice princess line. So the next thing is to take the dots, and under the bust I'll be taking 2.5 inches, and on the waistline all the way down you take 2.5 inches. Now I'll be connecting it with a straight line. Coming to the neckline, I'll be taking 2 inches for the dots. You minus what you got under your under bust, that's 2.5 inches. You minus 1/2 inch to put on the neckline. So the dart here now is 2 inches. Coming to the bust line, you will be going up by 1 inch and coming down by 1 inch. Then with the help of your armhole ruler, you will be connecting these points to meet the under bust points, and then from the neckline you'll be connecting to meet the 1 inch above the bust points, and then from the 1 inch below the bust points you connect it to meet the line on the under bust. You blend the line like so. You see our cap is formed. You can use this 2.5 inches for an extra large size person. So the next thing we are going to do now is to create the neckline, and I'm taking 2 inches for the neckline. You can choose to leave the neckline straight as it is, or you can draw a round neck or any neck style you want. So I'll be connecting my own like this. So this is our neckline. So the next thing to do now is to impute our horizontal measurement, and I'm going to be dividing the under bust circumference, the waist circumference. I'm going to be dividing all by 4. My bust is 43 inches, divided by 4 is 10.75 plus 0.25 inch ease. Then coming to the under bust, around my under bust is 38 inches, divided by 4 is 9.5, and then you'll be adding the dart here, the 2.5 inches to the 9.5. So 9.5 plus 2.5 is 12 inches. Hope you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. When you come to the under bust, because of the dart intake here, you divide your around the under bust circumference by 4. And whatever you get, you add this 2.5 inches to it. So my under bust is 38 inches divided by 4 is 9.5. So this is where the 9.5 is. And then the 2.5 for the dart intake I added. So it's 12 inches in all. Coming to my waistline, my waist circumference is 39 inches divided by 4 is 9.75. Then the 2.5 inches for the dart intake, you add it. Whatever you take here, you replace it here. And on the back waistline too, I'll be imputing whatever I have on the waist. That's 12.5 inches. So what I'll be doing next is to add the side seam allowance. And the sewing allowance I'm adding for the bust point is 3 inches. And then on the under bust, I mark 2.5 inches. On the waistline, 2.5 inches. And on the back line, 2.5 inches. So I'll be connecting from the bust. Guys, don't mind how the shape look like. When you finish holding your dart, it will come in place. So you'll come down by 1/2 inch. That's for your joining allowance. Then I'll be connecting from this point to the end here, on the center front here, with a straight line. Coming on the neckline, whatever I took here, I'll be replacing it here. That's 2 inches. I'll be replacing it here. And on this neckline, I came out by 2 inches for the dart intake here. Because I took 2 inches here, I have to replace it here. So I'll replace the 2 inches here. Next, I'll be marking my armhole depth. My armhole depth is 8.5 inches. So if I minus 4 inches for the off shoulder, this is where the 8.5 inches ends. So from the shoulder here is 4.5 inches. And 4 inches for the off the shoulder that I took out, making 8.5 inches. This line now will be my chest line. So this line now will be my chest line. And on this my chest line, I'll be connecting this line straight here. And I'll be connecting this line straight So this is my chest line, this is my bust points, this is my under bust, this is the waistline, and then this is the back line. So this is it. So next I'll be creating the armhole curve by connecting from this point to meet this armhole here. So this is it. This is how our front look like. I hope you understand all what I've done. So if you're watching up to this time and you understand and it's useful for you, please give this video a thumbs up. So the next thing to do is to cut it out. I'll be cutting from the back line first, and then I'll cut the side seam. Then I'll be cutting the neckline, and then I'll go ahead and cut the armhole. So the next thing is to get rid of this So I'll be getting rid of this dart line. So don't forget to notch your underbust down. So the next thing I'll be doing is to cross check if everything is okay. If you can see, you make sure that each line aligned to you. Place the side with the bustier on top of the center front like so, to check if all the lines align properly. By doing that, you see the chest line is okay, the bust line is okay, the under bust is okay, the waistline is okay. By coming to the back line, you see that there are short of fabric here on this side. So what I'm going to be doing now is to redraw this line and cut it out. You see guys, just look, you see our basque waistline is perfect and everything aligned perfectly. So these are our front panels. We'll now create the back bodies. So as you can see, this is for our back panel and I folded it in half, as you can see. And this is our starting line. So what I'll be doing now, to cut the back easily, you'll be placing the front on it like so. I marked 2 inches for the zipper allowance. So let me tape the pieces down so that to not disturb me. You place the center front on this line. Then you take the side front and place it on top of the center front like so. Then I'm going to hold it down with my masking tape. If you want the back neckline to be deeper than the front, you can go ahead and do so. You see, the back waistline is not going to have this back waistline. The back line, the back waist is going to be straight like so. Only the front is going to have this back line. So what I'm going to do now is to cut it out, but I'll be marking where that line will be here and here, and I'm marking where the waistline will be. After cutting it, I will know where to mark for the waistline. I'll be dipping the back neckline a bit. You can leave it as it is or you can leave it straight. On the back neckline, I'll be marking 3 inches. That's how I want it for the back neckline. So I'll be connecting it. I'll be cutting everything out. You see how easy it is? You cut out the back. So I'll be removing this masking tape now so that I can cut out the back neckline and then the waistline for the back. First of all, let me mark the waistline. So this is it, and I'm going to draw the back dart line. So I'll be cutting this waistline off First of all, let me cut the back neckline, and then I cut off the waistline for the back. It's going to be straight. So this is the back. I'll be taking 1 inch for the dart here. I'll mark ½ inch on both sides. So I'll be cutting it through. If you like, you can close it and fold it with your masking tape so that you don't hold any dart for the back when sewing. But I want my back to have a dart, so I leave it like this. So this is the back, this is the zipper line, this is the dart, and then you take ½ inch here for the zipper bulging at the back. Then you connect it to the neckline point here, and then you come in also here by ½ inch. Then you connect it so that your blouse can sit well at your back. So this is it. So this is our new zipper line. And if you choose to put rope at the back, you don't add zipper allowance. And from this zipper line, you go in by 1½ inch or 2 inches to create the back for your loops and then your rope. So I'll be cutting this one off. So this is our new zipper line, the second line, and I'll be cutting this also into 2, the darts. So guys, our off-shoulder princess dart bustier basque waist is ready. So this is our back, and then this is our front. So guys, you see, this is the front, this is the back waistline. You see how slant it is, looking very nice. If you want to extend it more, it depends on how you want your top to be, but this is it. This is how beautiful it looks. And when you are cutting it on your fabric, you add ½ inch here, and then on this center front you add ½ inch allowance, and then on the neck you add ½ inch, the armhole ½ inch. The side I've already added the sewing allowance, and on the backs you add ½ inch. So this is the front. And also one thing more, on the back I'm cutting the dart out, and when you are cutting it on a fabric, you add ½ inch here for the sewing allowance, and then you add ½ inch here, but the down you don't add any allowance. So this is it, our off-shoulder princess dart basque waistline is ready. If you find this tutorial helpful and useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share my videos to your friends. We continue to learn always. So thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Don't forget to leave comments down the comment section below if you want me to do a tutorial on how to sew this basque waistline. Thank you for watching once again. See you in my next video. Bye.